Everything's out. There we are. Okay, now let's see. Oh, how do I see my chat? I don't even know. I don't know what this is. I need to be able to see my chat. Ah, there we go. Okay. Look at this. There we go. Okay. Now how do I share? There's how I share. Ooh. There we go. What does that say? Offline. Okay. All right, bear with me here. I figure this thing out. Why does it say I'm on? I'm online. No, it's showing me on. It's not easy close. Here we go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let me put this back over here. Do something different with this. Oh, that was good. Ooh, that's not pretty. There. Hope we have. Oh, that was fun. I don't know how to put it there. All right, I'm getting there. Share, share. Okay. Share, share. All right. Hi, Wheels. I am trying to figure things out. Trying to remember how to. And I did do that successfully so far. Oh my God. All right. How's my hair? How's my hair? Got a couple different pairs of glasses. Kids need help seeing. Here's one pair. What do you think? These aren't my favorite either. I, I forgot to put my rings on. I don't know about the camera angle. I'm not sure about that. It's like I don't know if it's needs to be front. What do you think? And I don't really. I happen to think I don't really have like a light other than some. I do have a sun lamp. I wonder how much that would light it up. Ugh, it's hard to see. Let me just turn that right back off. It's like when I tried to go in Walmart today. I was wearing my sunglasses because it was too freaking bright. Yeah. Okay, what about that? It's not too bad. It's a little bit more. I don't look like I'm sitting in the dark. See, you're the only one that's here visiting. But you're right. I need to. I'm. My bio is just like a joke. I'm still working on that. Since I got four, there's four people in here. What are they thinking? Nobody's saying anything. I mean, if there's four, it'd be nice if they talk. That's what Yammer means. Lord knows I can talk. It's like a blue streak. Hmm. I wonder why they don't want to talk. That's kind of the whole thing, right? Gotta have something to talk about. Talk about. I don't know what else. What can we talk about? Hmm. I mean, I like to hear what video games people started with, right? My first game was an Atari, and I was playing Pong, Pitfall, and Pitfall. What else did I say? Um, oh, Space. What was Space Invaders, and then Frogger. Those were one of the first games I played. My when the Atari came out was the first time I started playing games, right? But I'm still playing a lot of different things. Just I'm only going to stream a few, right? Is the echo better now? Because I just realized I had everything turned up, listening to myself. I hear myself enough as it is, right? Do you play any retro games, Wheels? I mean, anything that. Okay, sound is good. I'm not gonna scare anybody by the way I look. Yeah, played a lot of Mario. Played a lot of Mario, and the different Mario games too, not just Mario Brothers. Also played, I actually have a Game Boy right now, and I have a Yoshi game on that. So all the different Mario's. My my first Nintendo, I played that Duck Hunt. I had a surgery, and literally couldn't do anything but lay in bed and bitch. So I got real good at Duck Hunt, right? Yeah, I played Donkey Kong. I think maybe I like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot is like a really fun game. Me and my youngest son, he me and him were real good at that Bandicoot game. Staying together and not blowing each other up, right? Okay. What are you gonna do, Wills? You can't be the only one in here. You play with Crash? Mm-hmm. Spyro's good game to play. I like my Call of Duty games. That's not really retro unless you're talking about Black Ops. I guess Black Ops is almost like a retro game. It's pretty old, right? Not throwing age out there. I never liked. Okay, so the games where you had to make a choice on what you wanted to do, and then the game did it was I I couldn't get into those like Zelda, Final Fantasy when it first come out. Where you're just like a walking thing and you have to pick something to do, and then it does it. I never. I always like first person shooter games, especially or puzzle games. One of the games that I was really into years ago before things started getting crazy was a game called Soul Reaver. It was the story of Raziel and his brothers. One brother was Cain, which they had a game that was just based on Cain, but I never played that. But I really like the Soul Reaver game. And that would be a game I like to see them like remaster. It'd be kind of cool, right? And I played the Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that too. Always liked all of those, because I had boys, so we had to play, violent games, I guess, right? Like Rage. That was a fun one on Sega. I don't know. It was like It wasn't Mortal Kombat. It was, you know, something else with like dinosaurs and cavemen. Conjure. Oh, that reminds me. Just an old game that everyone Tetris. Everybody loved Tetris, right? That's a fun game. Sit on your phone for hours and just you're gone in those, right? I still play this block game on my phone that's supposed to help with your mental awareness. Right. But when I couldn't see, it was kind of hard to play. But I still, if I'm feeling stressed out, I'll go straight to that game to help my brain just not get excited about whatever's going on. What Tetris is one of your mom's favorite? Yeah, Tetris. I mean, right. It used to be a running joke when we'd have to pack the car or pack anything. I worked with a production company for a lot of years. Um, we had to, had a like a 4K monitor. If anybody knows, you got monitors and big speakers and totes of cords of all different kinds and all kinds of equipment to go with it for the back line, right? If you're familiar with any kind of the music business. But you can only pack this 18-foot trailer. You got to pack it a certain way, otherwise it's wobbly. So I did that for a lot of years too, running lights and stuff. Kind of fun. But I'm kind of a jack of all trades, I guess. I used my body in factories and stuff leading up to college years, and then since then I've been using my brain. Hopefully for good. Not always for bad things, but sometimes for good. Yeah, I've got a Game Boy now that has a Yossi game on it. I'm not sure which one it is, which generation it is. My grandson actually just left it here one day, and I still play it once in a while. Get bored, want something different. It still works. The game that I had the longest was this handheld Texas Instruments game. It was a football game. Um, my parents got it for me when we were going to. We drove to Florida every Christmas, right? So we were headed to Florida for Christmas, and they gave me the game to keep me busy because you can imagine. Um, I really like to talk, and if they didn't give me something to do, that's what I would do. I just talk and talk and talk, or sing every song on the radio, right? So it got annoying after a while, imagine. But that Texas Instrument football game lasted forever. I had that thing and was still playing with it for like 30 years before the lights finally stopped working on it. It was a great game. I just kept fresh batteries in it whenever, or didn't keep the batteries in it when I wasn't playing with it. But believe that the thing's, I don't know where it is now, but it worked for a good 20, 30 years. Still played that thing. Just a little, I don't know if anybody ever had anything like that. I don't know if you ever seen that, but Texas Instruments had all kinds of little fun handheld games like that. Imagine they still do make something, but it was interesting. All right. Oh, nobody wants to talk to me, Wills. I just, I don't know if I should shed a tear or not. What do you think? Just you. Can you believe it? I kind of want to do this. Hopefully the next time I open it up, people come in and actually talk. Let me know what they think. How's the lighting? How's the sound? Right? How's my hair? Should I wear lipstick, or you think natural's okay? Right? Well, I mean, yeah, I've seen cats running on linoleum floors. They eventually get traction too, right? Which that's another thing. I want to figure out how to like show things on here too. That's another thing, kind of got to learn this system. I consider myself a little technical savvy, right? I have some, But then you show me this kind of stuff, I have like no clue on what's really happening. Right? But I have some good friends. You'll see in my tags, Mustache Gang. Got some good friends, all part of the Mustache Gang and other communities. You'll see me playing in their squads and different games too. Like a lot of times on Saturdays, we're trying to do Tiny Teeny's Wonderlands, which is a really fun game. Especially if you like Borderland games, right? It's really fun. It's kind of laid back. It's a good game to play. And you can also have conversation while you're playing that game because it's not so intense like Fortnite, where you really got to pay attention to what in the world you're doing. But, there's some pretty creative people that are able to, keep up with their chat and stream Fortnite at the same time. That's a different kind of skill, right? Also, playing a little bit of Tom Clancy's Extraction, which is a pretty fun game too. I played Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, the earlier games, which I would consider probably one of the retro games back then too. When one of his first games he came out, was playing that actually on an Xbox with my younger son. He was into that one. We liked the Metal Gear Solid when it first came out. We was playing that a lot. Let's see what else. All the Black Ops. What else was there? Have I forgot something? I've said Spyro, right? Oh my God! Sonic the Hedgehog! Good grief, how could we forget about Sonic? There's still some Sonic games out there now that I've my new Xbox I can actually play. I forgot. What? Figure what out? What? Did I miss something? What? Did I say something intelligent and I don't even know what it was? Could happen, I suppose. I'd like to be able to maybe like link my Discord too, so if I actually have something fascinating to talk about, someone can come in to the Discord and maybe actually talk in my ear, which could be fun. You're eating lunch? What time is it? 6? You mean dinner or lunch? What? You got some messed up hours with your eating. For you, it's 5:30. Wouldn't that be dinner? Or did you? Because you didn't sleep in that late. We were playing at a reasonable time today. We were playing at lunchtime. That's when we started playing. Right? It'd really be nice, people in my chat, if you just like maybe say hi and leave your name. Let me know you're just dropping by just to see what you could see. I'm not drinking. Well, I drink water. And we can cheers to that, right? To my first Yammer stream, right? The first Yammer time. So everybody hold your glass up, whether it's water, coffee, tea. Apparently some people are having subs and soups. Cheers. I was recently off work. I was diagnosed with diabetic retinopathy, but then they stick needles in your eyes to help you get that cleared up, right? We'll just call that medieval torture from now on. But I'm doing a lot better now. They're letting me drive during the day, which that was awesome, right? My first trip to Walmart was amazing. And then to Lowe's because I just had to have flowers. But that's the kind of things I'd like to show. I like to do like cute little videos, my little flower garden, because I think that's cool. I also have a cat. She was born in the community, so she was born feral. Her name is Gigi. There was a running theme, right? GG, the letters GG, good game, gaming granny. By the way, I'd like to call myself that. Gaming granny. It's kind of a joke. Anyway, but I do have grandkids, right? There are 5 of them, 4 boys and a girl, ranging from the ages of 21 down to 6. So I didn't ask to be made a grandma at a very young age, but that's what happened. Anyway, but anyway, so I have this cat named Gigi, right? So um, she decided back in October she was going to come stick around after, being born outside and really not real friendly to anyone else other than me. Now, since I was off work, see, I was getting to the point. I was off work for that time. I decided I'd train my cat. So I have videos of her running in her little cat wheel, which is quite hilarious, really, until she's like panting. Sometimes it's funny. She's kind of acrobatic, so I'm working on getting videos of her chasing feathers. She likes jumps in the air, does some crazy things, pretty funny. And then I also have just videos, of her walking through the grass, like that's interesting, but it's kind of cute. And she likes to smell flowers. But the big thing that she does is she started using talk buttons. So, um, which, it's kind of fascinating. People ask me questions like, how's it feel to have a conscious cat? Well, when she's pushing buttons at 5 a.m., not so great. She's learned the word no, and sometimes she respects the word no. Other times she'll keep pressing the button. But I like to be able to share some videos of that too. So eventually I'll have those up. But see, no one can ask me questions if they're not talking. They just like to stop by, stare. I'm thinking, is that Granny's hair really purple? Right? Does she really say she plays Fortnite? No one's got anything snarky to say? Yeah, I shared in Mustache Discord too. Nobody pays attention to that. I think in your chat, they seem to pay attention a lot more. That's okay though. There's people in here, they just haven't got anything to say. Right? That's okay. That's okay. Because you got to start somewhere. Maybe they're just not, maybe the people that are here visiting are shy and they just don't want to say anything yet because they haven't got to know me yet. They don't know that I'm, mentally sound for the most part. I think that's a good way to put it, right? I mean, everyone's been known to be mentally unsound from time to time, but I'm, for the most part, mentally sound. I have habits like playing video games every day, right? I've already played Fortnite today, made some clips, bragged about my solo win that I got yesterday, right? Look at that. Our hour's almost up, right? Unless we get people talking, we're going to just dip out in an hour, right? Go back to playing video games. This is my break. You shared on, oh, I never even thought I could have shared on Facebook. I have my Facebook pages. Forgot about that. And I have my YouTube as well. But what I'll do is after the fact, I'll share this on YouTube. That's kind of how I do that. Right? YouTube's kind of fun. That's where everything's going to go, right? I'll do certain things on Twitch, and certain things I'll just make reels of on Facebook, and some certain things will just end up on YouTube. Right? That's the other thing. We also got to figure out how to add like a border around my the stream, my photo, my face, my mug, whatever, that has those other links, so I can share them that way. Right? There's a way to do that, but I don't know how. Look, you shared for me and that thing bounced up for a minute. They're like here and gone just that quick. We call it Yammer Time. Not just me yammering. You're supposed to have other people talking too, so I actually have something to yammer about other than just talk about myself, because I don't consider myself all that interesting, other than if there's, other people around to be interesting with, I guess would be the best thing to say, right? I mean, look, I can even put things in my chat. I don't think it counts as a talking person because it's me, so yeah. There it is. I talked in my own chat. See, on Discord too, like there's different games you can play. Like the other day when I was working and I was on Discord just for a while, they had that you can color together, which I don't like. That you don't really color, you just find the spots, and that's boring. But it keeps you occupied, I guess. But anyway, see, I'm boring myself. I want to yawn. Next time I'll have to have like tea, right? We'll call it Yammer Time with LJ and tea. Cheers. Cheers to the 3 people that come to visit. I hope you want to talk soon. Oh, she's hyping me up. Woo! Thank you, Wills, for the emojis. Isn't that what you say? You're the Bart Simpson emote, and then now Glitter Bubbles got an emote that's my favorite, the Let's Go. I love that one. And then she's got a good lurk one too. You need a good one that's a lurk. Nobody else has a good lurk one. That's one we need. Right? We got Hype and Let's Go and a Bart. I got a lurk with Glitter Bubbles, but that's it. Mustache's got one. Gigi's thing. I don't know. We got to figure that out. I need a good lurk one. All right. Yeah, there, that Bart Simpson's. That's a fun emote. That is a fun emote. He's dancing and swaying, right? I don't know, Wheels. I think maybe a light would be good. So there's not so much shadow. That's my artwork behind me, by the way. You see that? The painting down the clear on the end, it's a butterfly. That was one of the first times that I, for myself, put together. It's an acrylic painting in the background. Then the butterfly and the flowers are pastel, so it gives it kind of a unique look, right? Thanks, Wheels. Thanks. And then the oval shaped painting was actually my very first attempt at acrylic. Right. I just kind of took a Bob Ross kind of technique wise on some of it, except I found some of my own technique emerging when I did the sky. And then you have the next one is some photography, which that's really my main concentration. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Visual Communication and Design, with photography being my main concentration, but I draw, paint, sculpt, all that kind of stuff. And then the next is a butterfly, and it's a woodcut print. So you draw an image on a piece of wood, and then you run, you print that first color, which is your lightest color, on the paper. And that process is pretty cool. And then you start whittling down the wood for each color that you apply. So for each color, it's a different shape on the print, making the print complete with the last color, which is the darkest color. I didn't use black. I used purples. I used yellows, greens, and purples for that. So it's kind of cool. You can't really tell by looking at it here, but it's kind of cool. I did, there's only so many prints of that, by the way, when you do it that way. You can only get so many prints out of it, right? And then you can just barely see, I actually have 3 darkroom prints that I did. It took with, a regular film camera, and then developed the photos in the darkroom, which photography can be high art, right? But I really consider what you do in the darkroom with developing your own photos and stuff like that. That's more of a higher art when it comes to photography, right? Or if you're doing, some really advanced studio things, right? But I tend to, I like to do still lives, but I also like to do things like with insects and things like that. Those of you that are in the chat, if you want to go check out my artwork, you can do that. It's CPE Images on Facebook. I'll just put that in chat so you can look at it. Oops, I did it. Oh, look at that. I tend to be dyslexic from time to time too. There we go. There we go. There, it's capturing pure emotion is what the CPE stands for. I spent a few years with a rock radio station doing photography for a lot of the national music acts that were coming through town at that time. So that's where the name came from. Just capturing pure emotion with my photos, because they were action photos, right? It was fun because, a lot of those band members, especially bands that I enjoyed more, were ones that were active on stage. They weren't just standing up there strumming their instrument, and screaming into a mic. They were actually very, into what they were doing. They were moving. Sometimes some of the bands actually choreographed some of the things that they did up on stage. So what ended up being really great about the photography are the shows that I actually knew, right? So I knew where to be. I knew where they were going to be on stage to capture that, right? So I have a lot of really cool pictures. They turned out because there might be some motion blur around it, but what's important, like their face and instrument, and sometimes even water drops, sweat coming off of them, are like crystal clear. A lot of fun, right? Also like sports too. I worked with an actual indoor arena football team. That was fun. Caught some great passes. I really enjoyed that. Right. I felt pretty small though next to those football players. They were short. If they were 6 foot, they were considered, vertically challenged if they were 6 foot or under. But that was fun. That kind of stuff is fun. But this is just another way for me to have an art outlet, right? I know I'm just talking and you just looking at a couple of things of artwork, but eventually I'm gonna, with the help of my community, I'm gonna learn how to be able to share things on here, things that we can talk about, right? Because that's what it's all about. This is chatting and yammering about whatever conversation we want to have that day, right? Like today, I really wanted to talk about games because a lot of times that's what you're going to see on my Twitch is just me streaming silly games, right? Like Fortnite, you can guarantee that one. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction for starters. Might be some more games to come because I do play. When did I do I did my hair purple this morning. Yeah, I was trying to do it yesterday, but I took the long nap and didn't do it, right? I got up and played Fortnite with you after my nap. A 7-hour nap. I got 2 Saturdays out of it. Did it? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Is it back? Okay, freaked me out because I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I'll tell you too, I've been watching different people's on these talks. Some people just sleep on stream. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Well, I mean, because what if you swallow a spider or fart? It could be embarrassing, right? Or worse. What if something creeps into your room while you're sleeping? I've watched some shows about ghosts, which could be an interesting topic, because I'm interested in that kind of stuff. What are you gonna What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You say I'm gonna do it. What are you gonna do? What I miss? Oh my gosh! I see. I don't even know what the heck I'm saying half the time. Hmm? What are you gonna do? You're gonna sleep stream? Yeah, there's a lot of. I was looking right. I was watching some of these streams. I'm like, okay, this is a sleep stream. That's interesting. What the hell? There's how many thousand people watching this? How are they sleeping? I know how I sleep. All covered up in pillows and blankets, so like a burrito. Oh, and 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 the thing is, if you're gonna do a sleep stream, it should be somewhere not in your normal sleeping area, right? Like it should be like out camping or someplace haunted. Now, wouldn't that be cool if you were sleeping someplace haunted and your camera just all of a sudden? And they have those. I can't think what they're called. If anybody knows what they're called, put it in the chat. Those little devices that if a spirit comes close to it. Hi, Mustache. Thanks for joining. Yes, I watched some of your sleep streams. I called you during one of your sleep streams. I feel like that could have been why you ended it. But anyway, right? I think if you have a sleep stream, it would be cool to have it someplace that was be haunted, right? Because then while you're sleeping, something could happen. And then everybody could be just in the chat telling you, guess what happened? And you just have to go back and look at the replay, right? I could be excited. I mean, think of the unique places you could sleep, right? That could be fun. You could sleep in unique places, right? Thanks for the emotes, Mustache. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you stopping in. Real okay, so if you did a 24-hour stream, Wheels, what kind of things would you do? Would you just kind of want to play it mostly by ear, or do you think that you would put like a schedule out? Okay, so from hours this to this, we're gonna do this, you know, and just kind of I mean, I can see where some of that scheduling could be to your advantage, especially you were talking about your having a stream on the 4th of July and doing some different things, right? So if you're going to advertise that, we got a couple days. If you're going to advertise it, then maybe you could do something like, the first part of my stream is going to be from here to here, and we're going to play these games or those games, or we keep talking about having a prop hunt game, and we still haven't done that yet. That would be fun, right? If we had a prop hunt and get together. It's a really fun game, especially just kind of take a break from getting shot for a while, especially for those of us who can't seem to stay alive all game. Well, I can stay alive most games, but some games I just get in this habit where I just want to die. Right? So, Mustache, I was talking about Extraction, and doing that on Tuesdays. You think you and Biz will be joining this week for that? Because we're definitely going to Mustache did it by ear when he did his long streams. He did more. He did it was almost 100 hours, right? Or no, you were trying to do 100 hours, and he did more than 24 of it. It was still a long damn stream. My language. Sorry, chat, for my language. And there's four other people. There's 4 people in here. Somebody needs to say something. Give me something to talk about. Say something inappropriate. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. Like if it's going to be a stream that you're starting out in the morning, because what is it? After so many hours, you have to restart your stream anyway, right? You got to pause it, restart it, so that you don't. Like Wheels, I kind of like the way you do it. If you're going to a different game, you go ahead and raid out, right? That's kind of cool. And I've been noticing since you've been doing that, a lot more people are raiding you. So there's something to that type of networking, right? Of course, I can't do any rating or anything like that until, I reach a certain stage, and we're not there yet. So, but soon, right? Soon. But yeah, I keep thinking about Prop Hunt. I think we should play that on Thursday, right? I can raid at any point. How do I do that? See, I could have just a stream where we talk about things you can do on Twitch. People can come in and teach me. Right? I didn't know that. It just kind of seems like everything you want to do, you have to be at least affiliated first, which, I mean, see where that's kind of cool, right? Gives people a reason to get affiliated if they want to do some cool shit. I can do it. Oh, well, see, it says raid chat on my phone. See, I got my phone up, then I have my stream up with my chat in case I couldn't read it on my phone. So I have it up on my other monitor, right? Which I figure if eventually if I'm able to share stuff, then, I have my big monitor bring it up on to see it, I guess. But, yeah, because I want to be able to raid to somebody, right? Oh, so, but nobody's on right now, right? So, I mean, if I raided somebody's got to be playing a game for me to raid to them. So, I guess you better get on Fortnite or something before I get off of here, right? Because technically, I said an hour if we didn't get other chatters. But if we got other people chatting, then, I'd stay longer, right? I was really hoping some other people have some fun things to say. But I appreciate you hanging out, Wills, really, and for you stopping by, Mustache. It's nice to know, right? But then I'll have this on the schedule, and it'll make more sense, right? We just do it from, I could put 6 to 7 or 6 to 8 or 6 to a question mark, depending on the chat, right? Because Lord knows I can sit here and I can talk for 8 hours. For my job, that's what I do. I'm in a headset and I talk to people for 8 hours, right? So this ain't nothing. I could sit here and talk about my art. I could sit here and talk about crazy people. I don't know. Yeah, this is the first Yammer Time. Whoop, whoop. See, we should have had a music intro or something. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys, I don't know if my hair looks good enough to, share with everybody. I don't know. It's a little curly today. I might go straight next time. Look out. And sometimes I like to wear lipstick. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's what's missing today. Maybe more people would have chatted with me if I would have wore lipstick. What do you think? Think that would have helped? Oh, and behind me, yes, this is an Indiana blanket. I am an Indiana graduate. So, I don't, I don't care. Okay, so I call my hair my last name, but I always say Madness, right? Because it gets crazy, especially if there's any kind of wind or humidity. It goes nuts, right? But straighteners, when they came out with straighteners, right, I was like, oh my god, it was great because I could actually get a comb through my hair. It's like, yeah, I was tangle free for a little bit until the wind blows and then it's over with, right? Yep. I got a degree from Indiana, believe it or not. It wasn't easy. That's a 5-year program too, that fine arts degree. And when they told me that, I was like, what? What do you mean? I thought degrees were 4 years. What? But I made it. The first day, I don't even, it was kind of a whirlwind getting there in the first place. It was funny, right? Because I had gotten laid off 3 times that same year, and I was skilled labor, right? I was doing paint and repair on automobiles, actually on the Hemis, the Rams. They were a aftermarket package at the time when I was doing this. Was the short bed Hemis trucks, right? They had all the aftermarket little things on it, short bed, and then they were signature colors, which were green, a purple, and a yellow, and then just I think black, right? And those particular collars only came from the plant that I worked at. I mixed them, I sprayed and repaired them and everything, and kept getting laid off. So I went to the last time I went to the unemployment office. I was kind of bitching a little bit about being skilled labor and still getting laid off, and saying what kind of job training they had. Well, then she proceeds to tell me that I'm too old, which, by the way, we don't use that term. We use mature and a person of a certain age. Okay, we don't use the O word ever, just so you know, right? So I'm like, she's like, well, you can go to the college and maybe get some type of training for a different job. So I'm like, really? To the college? And okay, they're gonna give me job training. That's awesome. So I go to the college because I'm laid off, right? So why not? I'll just go and check out and see what's going on. Next thing I know, I'm sitting at the light to turn in for my freaking first day of college. I don't even know how I got enrolled. I even took like placement tests, everything, right? Thinking that I'm just gonna get some new job training. And then I'm in college for 5 years. But it worked out because it's like I had it where see I went the campus that I went to was very diversified, right? So I got exposure to a lot of different language, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different ways of doing things, which I was just like, amazing. It's amazing because until then, I was around different class of people, right? Not to say that there's any one distinction that is better than another, but you just, when you're around people that in education and in college, it's different because we have a different mindset when we're in that mode, I guess is a good way to put it. So the conversations are different, what they're based on and where they're derived from, right? So it was a whole new thing for me because before that I was in factories, restaurants, working in bars, and that's the main type of class of people I was around, right? Right? They were, we were hardworking people, that also like to play hard. I'll just tell you that. Yeah, we don't say the O word, Wheels. Nope, 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 nope. Anyway. Well, look, we made it. I actually sat here and talked for an hour, right? And you're still awake. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. This yes ma'am stuff. You can call me LJ. LJ! And wide awake. That's good to know. We lost Mustache. He fell back asleep. He's like, I'm taking a nap. Thank you. All right, Wheels. I don't tell Lone to like get on, or somebody needs to get on and start streaming so that I can raid. I want to be able to raid my first stream. Right? Mustache, get on and start doing something. See, our conversation just went from one thing to another, right? I like that. I like segues. I did one thing when I was doing photography, I actually got to be on the radio as well, right? They interviewed me and stuff like that. Interviewed my senior class because we have like an art show, right? Oh, oh yeah, she is. Is is Dot on too? Okay. So if I okay, so okay, well, or what, are you outside with Orange Cat? My friend Wheels has an orange cat that likes to go outside too. My cat does, but she wears a harness and she's on a leash. Because Eagles Chick has some viewers and Dodd only has one. So that's why I was thinking maybe Dodd. What do you think? Leo's the orange cat, right? He's a free bird. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited because I did my first just chatting stream. Had 4 viewers and it lasted an hour. That's what I'm thinking. I should raid Dodd because Eagles Chick's already got 4 viewers, right? Let's send the viewers. Is Dodd playing? Let me go look if what he's doing. I hate to send them when they're in a commercial, right? What do you mean? When pop into Dodd's stream and say LJ raid. Will that do that after I? Okay. All right, everybody bear with me here for a second. Okay, so if I raid, I go raid. And here's Eagles Chick. 420. See, it's not showing me Dodd. He's only showing me Eagles Chick and 420 unknown user. Once you raid, we will all go then and the in stream. It doesn't take you with us. You gotta pop back and say, okay. But see now, when I push the raid channel, it's not. It's only showing me Eagles Chick. It's not an unknown user. It's not showing me Dodd. And I follow Dodd. Wait. It's giving me a search. I found it. I found it. Okay. I found it. So I raid into his, right? I raid, then all of the viewers go to him, but I've got to go. I end my stream and then I can talk in his stream, right? Is that right? Is that right, Wills? Oh, there's only 2 left. Hang in there. I want to get a raid. There we go. Okay, it's raiding. I have to end my stream though, and then the raid will go through. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to shut my stream off. There we go. There it is. Now I know how to do it. Bye.